Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to the Japan Study Center. Today we are going to see the chapter of geography and what is our topic today? Nature of geography as a display line. There is the most important chapter. There is the most important here point arrive a geography in a daily life. What do you mean to hear a geography in a daily life? There is the most important topic and you must have noticed that the earth as a surface ever changing. In general, the nature of phenomena like a mountain, rivers, lakes, etc. A change slowly will the cultural element like a buildings, road, crop change of fast. Traveling from one place to another, you notice that a tree numbers and types of tree is a change from area to area. All this is because of the continuous interaction between to the environment in which we live in and the way we use it. The study of geography is about absorbing such a pattern. Another aspect of geography is to be understand the factor or reason behind area differentiations. How do the social, culture, economics, and geographic factor change our physical landscape and create a new or alternated landscape by the human interventions? For example, human settlement or transformation of forest and barren land for livings as a purpose by human beings. Geography is often thought of the art of making of study of map. That is the most important, the art of making and study of maps or the geography. The maps give us a much more correct and graphical view of the way of the earth's surface look compared to a picture of drawing. As earlier, even today, geographical information about an area is available through the report. And travel diaries and gazettes at the present the maps can be drawn by using satellite image using to the is a graphical information systems tools means GIS. There is a geographical information system. Computer easily convert the information from a satellite image into the map to show that change the development can vary about. Such information of the benefit to be society, such as a map marker, are is greater demand today. No way of the days is a geographers, is a engineers, environmental scientists, cities planner, and social scientists, and many other learn for the GIS to understand to the earth better. Geographical is not on the investigate is the what is where on the earth, but also why it is the there. Geographer is a study the location of the activities is a carefully identify pattern using to map and find out the reason for these patterns. And the area are there described based on the distribution of the land form. There are population, house, types, and the agriculture. They discover the linkage and movement between to the place are able to the infer there are apparel processing that are working in a area. That is the most important. Today all over the world there are a problem related to the providing food security, health, effective energy use and environmental conservation. Equally important are equalities issue of sustainable development. All these can be achieved by using our source in a sustainable way. A study of geography is therefore necessary to learn more about the environmental process and to understand how land use planning can help us to overcome problems. In the very, the geographical is a science of the space. And secondly, here, maps are essentially tools of geographer. And their third here, a digital geographical information system is a new tool for making a maps. And that is the most important. And fourth here, spatial is a planning can be done using of both maps and the study of geography. There is a next here. Their basic concept. Geography has been defined differently through the different periods of its history. Geographical work is ancient Greece had a flowing two distinct tradition. One was the mathematical tradition, which was a focus on fixing the location of place on the earth's surface, and the other was a gatherings geographical information through a travel and field work. That is the most important. And according to them, the purpose of geography was to provide a description of the physical feature and condition in different parts of the world. The emergence of the regional approach in geographical also imposes their descriptives or character of geography. According to the Humboldt, is a geography is the science related to the nature and it is study and describe all the material thing found on the earth. Another important school of thought that defined to geography as the study of man-environment relationship. There is the most important here, man-environmental relationship. There is geographical as a study of Earth's surface. There is the most important things here. Geographical as the study of Earth's surface. And second here, geography as the study of man-environment relationship. There is also important कि geography as the study of man environment of relationship. The next topic is the most important here, or development of geography. What do you mean to a development of geography here? The first here, ascent period. Ascent period or development of geography. The earliest record of the interest of the scholar in understanding the physical dominance of the earth by making map and astronomical is the measurements. The Greeks are given to the credit of began to the earliest geographers is a prominent among them began to the however Herodotus and the Helvus, Astros and Arthosathens. And second development here of pre-modern period. There is the most important here of pre-modern period. This period is starting from to the middle of 50th centuries and continually with the 18th century earlier provide us the amounts of information about the physical and culture natures of the world by the travels and exploration of earlier geographer. The earlier is the 17th century, a witness of the beginning of a new specific geography. Christopher is a Columbus and the Vasco da Gama. There is the discover for the India of the Vasco da Gama and is a Fastidious in Magellan's and Thomas Cook were the important explorers that travel among those. And various account is among Boldet and the Wilter held to the geographers of the period and they contribute in the development of the cartographics and discovering new land and developing a geography into a scientific discipline. There is the most important discovery here is a pre-modern period. The next here is a modern period. Their lecture and the Humboldt are the frequently referred to us to the founder of modern geography. Generally, is the latter half of 19th century is considered as a period of modern geography. The first modern geographer is a true sense was the Ratajal as who built there is a structure of modern geography on the foundation laid down by classical geographer. There is the most important here. The next here is the development or recent period. The recent period is the most important development. The development of geography during the post is a Second World War period has been to the very rapidly. The America and the Europeans geographers was the stone is a have to contribute the maximum during this phase. And the stone is described the geographical as a science dealing with the areas differentiation the present day and geographers look upon regional approach and systematic approach as a complementary rather than to the contradictory. The most important topic arrives there scope of geography. There is the most important scope of geography. The geography has a no acquire of the status of a science that explains their arrangement of various nature and culture feature on the earth surface. Geography is a holistic and the interdisciplinary field of the study of engage in understanding the changing species structure from past to the future. Thus, the scope of geography is the various disciplines like army service, environmental management, water resource, disaster management, and meteorology and planning and various social science. Apart from that, is a geographer can help in the day-to-day life like tourism, communities, housing, and healthy related activity. यहाँ पर जो अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण आया है हमारा टॉपिक जो है भूगोल का क्षेत्र. देखिए स्कोप ऑफ ज्योग्राफी हमें जानना अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण रहता है क्योंकि ये जो है स्कोप के बारे में बताता है. कहते हैं भूगोल ने आज विज्ञान का दर्जा प्राप्त कर लिया है जिसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है जो पृथ्वी सतह पर उपस्थित विविध प्राकृतिक और सांस्कृतिक रूपों की व्याख्या करता है. भूगोल एक जो है समग्र और अंत संबंधित क्षेत्रीय अध्ययन है जो स्थानीय संरचना में जो है भूत से भविष्य में होने वाली परिवर्तन का अध्ययन करता है कि भूत से भविष्य में क्या परिवर्तन होगा। इस सभी बातों पर जो है यहाँ पर चर्चा की जाती है। और इस तरह भूगोल का क्षेत्र जो है विविध विषय जैसे सैन्य सेवाएं, पर्यावरण प्रबंधन, जल संसाधन, आपदा प्रबंधन, मौसम विज्ञान, नियोजन और विविध सामाजिक विज्ञानों में से एक माना जाता है। इसके अलावा जो है भूगोल वर्ताओं ने दैनिक जीवन से संबंधित घटनाएं जैसे पर्यटन, स्थान परिवर्तन, आवासों और स्वास्थ्य संबंधी क्रियाकलापों में जो है सहायक हो सकता है। तो कहा जा सकता है कि भूगोल का जो क्षेत्र है अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण है, क्योंकि ये हर जगह पर जो है अपना महत्वपूर्ण योगदान देता है, चाहे वो पर्यटन हो, स्थान परिवर्तन हो, आवास हो, स्वास्थ्य संबंधी क्रियाकलाप हो। ठीक है, तो हर जगह जो है इसका अपना एक महत्वपूर्ण स्थान रहा हो, चाहे सैन्य सेवाएं हो, पर्यावरण प्रबंधन हो, जल संसाधन हो, आपदा प्रबंधन हो, मौसम विज्ञान, नियोजन और विविध सामाजिक विज्ञानों में जो है भूगोल का क्षेत्र देखने को मिल सकता है। The next topic is here approaches to the study of geography. There is the most important approaches to the study of geography. Today, geography is the only discipline that is bearing all the nature and human science on a common platform to understand the dynamic of spatial configuration of the Earth's surface. There are two main approach here is the geography, the systematic and regional. There is systematic and regional. There is the most important. The first point is systematic approach. A study of specific nature or human phenomenon that give rise to the content, spectral patterns and structure on the Earth's surface is called systematic study. Ordinarily, systematic geography is divided into four main branches. There is the most important. There is geography divided into the systematic. There are four main branches. The first here is a branch is a physical geography. Second here is a biogeography, including environmental geography. And third here human geography. And fourth here geographically method and techniques. There is a systematic here geography is the fourth point is the most important here. There is a repeating physical geography is a biogeography, human geography and geography method and techniques. There is a first, it is a deal earth system like atmosphere, air and hydrosphere, water, and the lithosphere is the earth solid rock and biosphere. There is the most important first, the physical geography. Physical geography is a deal by atmosphere mean air and hydrosphere mean water and lithosphere is the earth solid rock and the biosphere which is the encompassed all the earth as a living organism. And second here biogeographical including environmental geography. There it is a focus on various kind of forest, grassland, distribution of the flora and the fauna, human nature relationship and the quality of the living environmental and its implication for a human welfare. The next here it is a describe there is a culture, population, dynamic of social, economic and political aspect of space. And third here is important, it is a deal with the method and techniques for a field study, quantitatives and their cartographic analysis to geographical information system and global posting system GIS and GPS and remote to the sensing. There is a most important using here of this. There is a most important things here arrive and their box. Geography has developed in four periods. There is ascent period, pre-modern period, and the modern period and the recent. There is also discussed here. A contribution of the Hearthstone is a pioneering in the field of geography in a recent period. A geography is a holistic and interdisciplinary is a field of study of engage in their understanding the changing and the spectral structure at a different territorial level. The next topic is here original geography. That is the most important. Unlike the systematic geography, regional geography, and start with the spatial imprint of their ones are all the systematic geographical processes and enable and the regional of different size. The regionals could be based on a single factor like is a reliefs, rainfall, vegetation, per capita income. That is the most important. And there could also be a multiplicator regional formed by association of two or more factors. And administrative units like a state, districts, tahsil, and also is the state and the regions. And the main sub branches of regional geography are here. The regional here, the geographical here branch here, regional study, regional analysis, and regional development. And regional plan include area and community plan. There is a four is the most important here or regional geographical branch. The regional study, regional analysis, and regional development. And regional planning include area and community planning. There is the most important. Important also here one in this box. The main approach in a geography, systematics, regional. There is two main approaches here, and systematic geography is divided into four branches, and regional geography is also is divided by four branches. Next topic is the most important here: a geographical and society. What is the relationship here? A geography and society. The geographical thinking and concept affect our daily discussion in the number of ways. There is the most important. There is a relation here of geography and society. For example, when the urban master plan are made of rural development struggles and consider, it is important to understand the physical structure. There is a physical structure is the most important here, understanding the climatical condition and ability of the resource in an area. The discussion to the shift industries from a city area would be required to extension of industrial land use into the farming area. There is a most important here. This would be a displace of farmers and their source of income. Similarly, the construction of a railway line or highway case of ribbons development. Many economical activity are concentrated along such a corridor. Now as a day with their needs to provide a relief material to all the affected persons after a flood or the earthquake require a good understanding of the geography of area and distribution of the relief is there a functional and related to the need of is a people according to the climate and terrain. There are a method and techniques of a geography. There is a most important topic arrive here, method and techniques of geography. The each branch of systematics and the knowledge has a content of method, tools and techniques on which is a depend on the further it is a basic objectives. Geography too has its tools, techniques and method. There is the most important. The geography is a tool has its tools and techniques and method. Important among them to the globes and map, diagram, relief model and the spatial and aesthetic method. A cartographics and consider with there is a preparation of map and diagram to be show or distribution of geographical phenomenon. An important method is a geography are and indicates and indicative of natures of various statistics or techniques and models they are used of for a regional analysis and to the understand or spectral distribution and interaction. The first here is a cartography. Cartography there is the most important here. The most of use are fascinated with the map. The map there is a cartography is a study or practice of the making of maps and diagram. It is a representing the earth with the maps and abstract or symbols. A map have a traditionally been to made using to pen, ink and paper. But computer have a visualization and cartography and it is a GIS. The GIS method one can be prepared to the map and the diagram with the greater choice and the efficiency. There is the most important GIS techniques is the cartography and spectral data is obtained from to the measurement and other published source and can be stored in the database from which it can be extracted of a variety of purpose. As a current trend in there is a field are moving away from the drawing with the ink or paper types. Method of map making to about to the creation of increasingly of dynamics interactive map that can be manipulated is a digitally. And the most commercial qualities map are now made with the map making software that fall into one of three main types. There is computer aided data management. There is CAD. There is computer aided data management. And second here, geographical information system mean GIS. And Global is a positioning system, means GPS. The GPS today is the most important, and cartography has a growing from a collection of drafting techniques into a actually science. The cartographers must be understand which the symbols conveys information about the earth most effectively and make such a map that will be encouraged to everyone used to map to find place or use it is their daily work. You know that you are used to the map for find the place used for the daily work. A cartographer must be a learned is a zero dance and the fairly advanced mathematics to understand how to shape of the earth effect the distortion of map symbol and project onto a flat surface for viewing. Geography information system deal with the storage of information about their earth for automatic intervals by a computer in a accurate manner. In addition to the earth server discipline of geography, GIS specialist must be understand computer science and database system. Apps have a traditional been used to explore there is the earth and to explore it is a resource. GIS techniques and the expansion of cartographic science has enhanced their efficiency and aesthetic power of traditional mapping. Now, as the scientific community recognizes the environmental consequence of human activities, the GIS techniques is becoming a essential tool in their effort to understand the process of global change. The various map and satellite information source can combine in a way that recreate the interaction of complex nature system. Such a visualization can help to predict and what will be happen to an area if it is the repeatedly is a flooded and what change are expected if a particular industry is located. The next to be a survival to India inherited from to the British Ordinance of Survival. There is a NATMO is the premier organization for mapping in India. It's a map of the million of series are the well now. The organizations of the cartographic unit in the 1960th century at the French Institute is a Pondicherry's brought a significant impact on development of geography in India. It is a publication of vegetation and soil maps at the scale of 1 day. So is a 1 lakh were to the very well received for their cartography appreciation and the resource mapping, and this unit was upgraded in 1995 as the geomatics laboratory with the emphasis of computer cartography and GIS. The next here is a quantitative method in geography. There is the most important here is a quantitative method in geography. This aspect of geographical where techniques deal with the numerical method most are commonly found in a geography. In addition to the spectral analysis, you are likely to find method like a cluster analysis. And discriminant analysis is a geographical studies. And this is a statistical techniques are introduced to you is a later chapter, and you will be find that when you undertake the local area study, you yourself will be see how to useful this method are finding pattern and identify to relationship between space and the actives that are performed in them. Regional science method here is the most important. In the 1950th century, the regional science movement arose led to the welter is led on this provided a more quantitative and is an aesthetic base to the geographical question in a contrast to their more quantitative is a tendency of traditional geography. The regional is a science comprised the body of knowledge in which like a regional economics, resource management and location theory, urban regional planning, transportation and communication, human geography, and population distribution, landscape, ecology, and environmental quality are examined for the regional development. There is the most important here a management, local location theory, urban and regional planning, resource, economics, transportation and communication, human geography, population distribution, landscape economics, and environment quality examined for regional development. Our most important topic arrive here are branches of geography. There is the most important here. A variable phenomena on the earth as a surface can be as a treated is a separate list or in the association. They are classified and categorized into the physical phenomenon and there is human phenomenon. There is geography has a three main branches of physical. There is a geography and human geography and the regional geography. There is the most important. The geography has a three branch only. There is a physical geography, human geography, and regional geography. There is the most important, and there is a further divide to the other category. See this diagram. Flow chart is a show in the geography is the branches. There is the most important geography branches. There are three types only: the physical geography, human geography, and regional geography. There is a first come to physical geography here, or the astronomical geography, the geomorphology, and the climatology, oceanographics, and soil geography, and social is a graphics. And the other is the biogeography is a divided here, a plant flora and zoo are fauna and the human ecology. There is the most important divided here of physical geography. And the next here is a human, but I discuss on next, but other is a regional geography is a macro region and the meso regions and the macro region. There is the most important regional geography is divided by three types here, and the next here the human geography. See the next. The human geography is a further divided here. Anthropology is a culture geography and population, and here economics, political, historical, social, and settlement. But the here of population is the two types divided: the rural and urban, and the economical here are agriculture and industry and trade and transport, and settlement also is a rural and urban. There is the most important branches of geography. There is the most important for the exam view. There is a physical first is a physical geography is important. The physical geography is the concept with the study of the explanations of physically phenomena encompassing their other such a field like geology, meteorology, zoology, and chemistry. It has become a very popular subject during to the later part of the 19th century. It has a number of sub branches which is a treat different kind of physical phenomenon. There is a first astronomical geography. It is studied there is settles phenomenon which is a concern in the earth's surface, a particular sun, moon, and planet of the solar system. The next area is geomorphology. It is a concern with their study of the landform on the earth's surface. It is include the original and development of landform through the erosion, transportational, and the depositional process of water, winds, and glacier. There is the most important for the geomorphology. And the next is the climatology. There is the most important. Climatology is the study of the atmospheric conditions and related to the climate and the weather phenomenon. It includes the study of the atmospheric composition, climatic reasons, and season, etc. There is the most important, and important also is the oceans graphing. There it is a concern with their study of various type of oceans, formulate a component and process related to the ocean floor depth, and current is the coral and reef and the continental draft, etc. The next area is soil geography. There is the most important. It is the studies of various soil forming a process. There is a physical, chemicals, and biologically constituent. There are color and types, texture, and there are distribution of the carrying capacity, etc. There is the most important. The next area biogeography. It is the considered with the biological phenomenon is a space, especially in the term of distribution of various kind of flora and fauna species, and the geographical may be subdivided into plant and flora geographies, and the animal and fauna is a geography and human ecology. There is the most important here. The next area is the human geography. There is the most important B part. The human geography is the systematic study of the relationship between human society and the earth's surface. It is made up to the three closely linked as a component: the spatial analysis of the human population, the ecological analysis of the relation between the human population, and it is the environmental and regional synthesis which is the combine the first two themes in the areas differentiation of the earth surface. The human geography has been number of sub-branches here, and the first here anthropology. There it is largely deal with the terrestrial phenomena in there is a spatial context, And the next year, cultural geographies. It is a focus on the origin component and there is impact of the human culture and the both materials and the non-material here. And the next year, economical geographies. It is referred to the study of location and distribution of economical activity at the local, regional, national and world scale. Economical geography can be studies under the flowing head. The resource geographies, agricultural geography and industry and transport geography. There's a most important. The next year, political geography, there is the most important here. It is a study of the political phenomenon in there is a spectrum of contents. The main focus remains to the creations and transformation of the political and administrative reason. There is the most important. And the next year, historical geography is a pattern and the temporal strength of geographical phenomena are studied in the historical geography. And the next year, social geography, it is analysis of a social phenomenon in space. The poverty, health, education, livelihoods, and some important field of study in a social geography. The next year, the population geography, it is the study of the various dimensions of population link. It is the population distribution, density, composition, fertility, mortality, migration, etc. And the next is settlement geography. It is the study of rural, urban settlement and their size, distribution, function, heritage and other various other parameters of settlement as system. That is the most important. And the last year, regional geography is a separate such as the nation of four regional. There is geographically a characterized and the process of change constitute and regional geography. Here the study of the main point of geography has the three main branches of physical, human and regional. That is the most important here. The physical geography deal with the nature of is a physical phenomenon such as the climatology, soil and the vegetation. There is the most important physical and the human geographies deal with the relationship between two human society and their earth surface. There is a very short point. And geography as an interdisciplinary subject. There is a regional geography. The geography is as an interdisciplinary object. There is a very short point on the exam view.